Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my November TBR. I'm trying out my front facing camera for this video, so it might go back to my back facing camera for the next one, I don't know. This is the best way to see my angle and that at the moment because I film off my phone. So we're going to try it this way, but yeah, let's see how it goes. So this month I'm not going to be doing a lot of reading as I am participating in NaNoWriMo, but I'm going to try. It is a bit of a stack of books to do throughout NaNoWriMo, but I'm going to try my hardest because I want to get to all of these so quickly. Some of them are new releases, some of them are old books, some of them are sort of last year, one's even older. So let's see if I can get to them because I really want to. To start the month off, I'm going to be talking about a book that I'm about halfway through already, which is good, which means I should be able to finish it, and that is Escaping from Houdini by Kerri Maniscalco. If you don't know what this book is, it is the third book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, which we follow Audrey Rose, who is a female in the 1800s who is studying forensic science. In a time where women can't really do things like that, she apprentices from her uncle, and she has a beautiful love story with Thomas Cresswell, but that is not the driving force as much as it is for some people. It's not my driving force in reading this. I love the forensic side of it. This one we are following Audrey and Thomas on a boat at the Midnight Carnival where Houdini and a few other mystical beings, well not beings, people participate in the carnival when some people end up dying. Now, most people end up dying in a lot of these books. In Stalking Jack the Ripper and Hunting Prince Dracula, we had deaths in both of them, so this one's no exception. I'm really loving it so far. I'm up to page, let's check because this one doesn't have the page number, 187. So I'm about halfway through, well just a little bit under halfway. I'm really loving it. I can't wait to finish it. I loved the first two. I sped through both of them. But I'm so excited to finish this one finally. The next book I'm going to talk about is one that I'm only like 3 or 4 pages into because I started it the other morning, and it is an older book. However, it got republished with the movie tie-in edition when the new Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie came out last December. I think the movie came out. So our main character sort of figure, Hercule Pirate, is on the famous Orient Express where one person ends up dying and there's only the people on the cabins to work out who is the killer. Now, if you've never read an Agatha Christie book, I don't know if this is the first one you should read. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm only a couple pages in, but I have read some of her other work. The main one I've read is And Then There Were None, and I had to read that for school a few years ago. My dad's read pretty much every single Agatha Christie book, so I'm aware that she's a very fabulous author. This is a very old book in its original print, so I'm very excited to get into this. As I said, I'm only a couple pages into it so far. I'm on page 11, not 3, 11. So I'm hoping to get to this a bit quicker so then I can finally read another Agatha Christie book and then I can sit down and watch the movie, because I've never seen the movie. I've never seen its first production of it. My dad was watching it actually earlier today, or the new one with Johnny Depp and Daisy Ridley, and I really want to watch it because there's a few actors, not just those two, that are in this movie that I really love, and I'd love to see how they portray these characters, and I'm really excited to get into this. Another Agatha Christie book. It's been a long time since I've read her, so I'm looking forward to getting back to her. The next book I hope to read is one that a lot of people have read. Its companion series is about to release its second book. I've never read it. I'm not of the period of reading, unfortunately, where this book was very popular, but I'm finally getting into it because I think it sounds awesome, and that is The Unbecoming of Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. In this book we follow the main character of Dyer, who unfortunately has lost her boyfriend and 2 best friends in a freak accident that left her completely unharmed as she woke up in the hospital with no recollection. She is what's the word? unreliable. She's an unreliable narrator because she doesn't actually have too many memories, and the doctors only hope that they slowly come back. That is all I know about this, and that's literally what's on the back. I don't know too much about this. Not many people have said much about it on BookTube unless you go into reviews, because it is one you want to go into blind, and that's what I plan on doing with this one. The next book I want to read is one that is a new release and a companion book, or sort of sequel to The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, which is The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy by Mackenzie Lee. Now, I only read The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue about a month or two ago on audio, and I absolutely fell in love with it, so I had to pick up its physical copy, which I have on my shelf, and its sequel. So in this one we follow Felicity Montague, who is Monty's sister, and she is wanting to enroll in medical school and escape the clutches of a suitor who is planning to propose in Edinburgh. However, at the time period, men are the sole guards of science. Women are not allowed to study it, so she is sort of set back. And when she finds out that a doctor in Germany is looking for assistance, she thinks an opportunity has finally arisen where she can be in science. However, she doesn't have the money to go. So luckily some mysterious stranger gives her the money, and she gets to travel to Germany and study science and sort of live the life that she wants to be living, and not one that's made for her. Her and Monty are both very rebellious characters. I loved Felicity in the first one. We didn't get too much with her, but I'm so excited to have a book solely dedicated to her character, and I'm so excited. That's all I can really say. Cannot wait to get into this one. I think it's going to be a wild ride, because Gentleman's Guide was literally a wild ride, and I don't think this one will be anything different. The next book on my TBR is probably the only one with really fantastical fantasy paranormal elements. I am writing a fantasy book for NaNoWriMo, so I'm trying to stay away from fantasy this month, but I couldn't help but want to read this book because I got it on its day of release and I still haven't picked it up, and I feel so bad. But it is Map of Days by Ransom Briggs. Now, this is the 4th book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children book series. I can never say that name correctly. I just go Miss Peregrine's because I can't say peculiar correctly fast. It takes me a long time to say it. So it's the 4th in the Miss Peregrine series, and this is following our main characters of Jacob and all the peculiar children. They travel back to Florida, where Jacob is from, and it starts unraveling some secrets about his grandfather Abe and what the peculiardom is like in America. The best thing about this one is that it's finally in colour. The images that Ransom has used for this one, just trying to find one, are actually in colour instead of the black and white one, and its cover is in a sepia tone, so it gives a completely different tone already, and I haven't even started it. I know it's going to be different to the original trilogy because I believed that that was it, but I'm really excited to get back into this world because I just love it. It is amazing. It's something so different that we need in YA, and I highly recommend this series to absolutely anyone. I highly recommend the whole, like, to the ones that are sequels that I'm reading, highly recommend them to absolutely anyone. And the last book on my TBR is one book that I know a lot of people have raved about. I know it brings out a lot of strong emotion in people, and I'm really excited to get into it. It's one that I've had on my wish list for a long time, and I finally ordered it, and I was lucky enough to get the hardback of it, and that is Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. So Eliza and Her Monsters follows our main character of Eliza, who is an online web designer, comic artist, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know she does online, like, comics, I guess. And it's called Monstrous Sea, and she keeps that very hidden in her personal public life. Her private life is the online personality that she is. However, when she meets Wallace, who is the most famous fanfiction writer for her comic series, things start going a bit awry. I believe she suffers from anxiety. I know it specifies in its description, like its synopsis on the inside cover, that she's a very shy person. I believe that delves into anxiety a little bit more. I don't know. I've stayed very clear of spoilers for this one. All I know is that a lot of people have cried, which isn't a great thing in a sense, but I'm really, really excited to get into this one. It's something that I think I can have some sort of relation to, in just the emotional side of it and trying to keep certain things hidden. I'm really excited though to get into this one because I've heard nothing but rave reviews for it. Alright, so that's my TBR for November. It's only 6 books. 2 of them I have already started. However, I don't know if I'm going to get to all 6. We'll see in my wrap up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave some comments about what books you're thinking of reading in November, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. I'm leaving that in. I knew that was going to happen. Bye guys.